Artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed.
At what point does artificial intelligence become armed? Artificial intelligence becomes armed at the point when intelligence separates from wisdom. So the question is, what is intelligence and what is wisdom? Intelligence is the capacity to understand, to calculate, to reason, to predict, to solve problems, and produce results. Normally, the results of intelligence are stored in memory as knowledge. They are stored in books. They are stored in data centers. Wisdom is lived. It is the ordering power of intelligence. It is the compass direction. Wisdom is stored in culture, in the laws. Knowing the 10 Commandments is intelligence, but choosing not to kill your neighbor is wisdom. Wisdom is ordered love. It is maturity. Wisdom asks 3 questions at once. It asks, what are my present interests? What are my future responsibilities? And what is the impact on other human beings, especially those around me, those in my community? And this is in contrast to immaturity. Wisdom is maturity. So, contrast to immaturity. Immaturity, we can look at a baby, a toddler, who wants what they want at that very moment. If they don't get it, they throw tantrums. Like, for example, you can think of a baby who wants to play with a matchbox, and the parents stop the baby from playing with the matchbox because the baby can put the entire house on fire, put his life on danger, and put his life in danger and make the entire household homeless. But now the baby cries and wants the matchbox at that moment and throws tantrums because he's immature. But as people mature, they ask 3 questions at once. What are my interests now? What is its impact to my future interests, my future responsibilities? And what is its impact on other human beings, especially those around me? There are 3 questions wisdom asks. Wisdom is maturity. So when people are living in a community together, they develop what we call collective maturity. They agree on how they can live with each other harmoniously. For example, they can decide that we should not kill each other, we should not steal from each other. Maybe when one of us dies, we should bury them in this way or the other way. So those ways they agree on to help each other, we can call it collective maturity or wisdom, and that's what forms a culture or laws of a society. And that is how wisdom is stored in the society, and it instructs how people behave and treat each other for harmonious coexistence. And that's one way of storing wisdom. And that's how wisdom is different from intelligence. Intelligence, person can know all those rules in a community and doesn't follow them. But the person who follows them for harmonious coexistence, then that person is wise. So let us go back to our first question. How does intelligence and wisdom separate in the AI era? For most of human history, intelligence and wisdom lived inside the same person, a moral person. Person could be intelligent and wise, or intelligent and foolish, but still all the the intelligence was inside a person, a moral person who had vulnerabilities, person who had relationships, who had responsibilities, who had accountability before other human beings, family, society, who had accountability before God, person who had a conscience. So whether a person was foolish or wise, still intelligence was living through a moral person. With the coming of artificial intelligence, intelligence can be produced outside a moral person. AI can compute, it can calculate, it can reason, it can process, it can predict, it can solve problems, but it cannot love. It cannot receive human persons as gifts. It doesn't look at a human person as a gift. It looks at a human person as a data point, as just a number. It has no accountability before society or other human beings. It has no accountability before God. It does not go into relationship with others. It's just intelligent. It has no wisdom. Disarming AI means putting laws in place that ensure that there are always human beings who are legally accountable to the blames of artificial intelligence. The designers of AI, the corporations, and the governments should always be legally accountable to what AI does. And this ensures that intelligence is subordinate to human wisdom. The laws are the stewards of wisdom. Also, the laws can be the stewards of foolishness. So, making laws which put first the dignity of human beings will ensure that intelligence or artificial intelligence is subordinate to human wisdom, and it serves the good of a human person. And in that way, artificial intelligence will have been disarmed and humanity will come first and prosper.